able to attend the Indie Beauty Expo at the Metropolitan Pavilion in New York City. It was such a beautiful day to travel into the city. Able to meet up with the Holistic Honey, which was a lot of fun. I was so thankful. Thank you, Karen, for joining me with the at this event, because I did this last year by myself and it was fine, but it's always so much fun to go with a friend, and I was so happy that Karen was able to join me and we had such a great time. The first day, of course, is for consumers, for people to purchase products that day. It was also treated as an opening ceremony, so it was the party day. We had a DJ playing. They had great activities for us to do. They had a DIY flower crown table, as well as a photo booth where you get to take free pictures of you and your group or your friends in front of this beautiful artwork behind us, which was, I think there were paper flowers in different shades of purple and pink, which was really pretty. If you follow me on Facebook, you've seen some pictures, pretty much a lot of pictures of what I was able to take at the event, of all the different vendors and the product that I saw. And also you got a great peek at, well, you got more than a peek. You got to see the videos of the guest speakers that were there. There was so much information to soak in. I mean, it was literally at the end of the first day, the consumer day, I was so tired and just overwhelmed with the amount of information I was soaking in that day. Karen and I went in as bloggers. They had I think a 3-hour, either a 4-hour or a 3-hour slot time just for bloggers to come in and meet the brand and talk to them more one-on-one about their products, about, you know, whatever they need to talk about, to introduce themselves to the brand, to network. So this was really a networking time for bloggers, from 2 to, no, it wasn't 2. Was it from 2 to 4 o'clock? It was, yeah, it was from 2 to 4 o'clock, so 2 to 3. So that was really just 2 hours of networking time with the brands. From 4 to 8 o'clock, I believe, was open to the public at as far as, you know, the consumers. I spent, you know, 2 hours networking with the brands, and then from 4 to 8, you had to juggle between. It was so crazy because all the speakers were awesome that night. Okay, so you had 3 different segments of speakers. So one started at 6:30, the other one started at 7:30, and then the last one was at 8 o'clock. I have to look at my agenda, but it was just chock full of things to do in between those times of these speakers that you wanted to see. Okay, so I wanted to see these speakers. I wanted to be up front with these speakers. So in order for that to happen, I have to pace myself throughout the event space with vendors I need to talk to. So going in earlier as a blogger, so you have that 2-hour time slot to actually peruse the area, and it's a big area. Okay, peruse the area and then try to hit those spots that you want to talk to before the main crowd comes in. And then when the main crowd comes in, it's fine because, you know, you're continuing what you started off at 2 o'clock. But now you have the guest speaker times coming in. So you had to really be mindful and pace yourself, because I know a couple of times Karen and I were, you know, we're talking to a vendor and one of us are like, uh-oh, what time is it? Okay, we gotta, to get a good seat, we have to go to that room 20 minutes before they start so we can get up front. So it was fun, exciting, and exhausting at the same time, because again, you know, I just felt like I had to cram so much in a short amount of time. I did it all over again, but I had a longer time doing it. Trade day started at 9 o'clock and ended at 5, and I believe I got to a lot of brands that day, but I still missed out on some other brands because, you know, when you start connecting with people, you just talking and you're just talking and you're just brainstorming and you're just trying to, you know, just connect with people, and you get lost and you lose time, and it's just like, this wasn't enough time. It just wasn't enough time. But it was and it wasn't. And regardless of all that, it was just a fabulous time. It's hands down way better than last year. It was enough space for people to walk around. The lights were brighter. It still had a nice mood ambiance to it, but it still was bright enough for you to see color swatches on your arms. Color swatches, space, and and the brands this year were definitely more on the cleaner, safer side. And what helped me distinguish who was what is that in this pamphlet here, they had a list of all the brands, and they had these seals here next to it. Let me see if you can see that. I don't know if you can see that right there. You see a green seal and you see a purple seal. Well, those seals were to tell you which vendors were green and clean throughout the show. So that helped me get through this event. And there were some really great products out there. There were really great brands that I connected with. People were really awesome. They were really cool, innovative pieces out there. Okay, so what I liked about last year that was kind of different from this year was that every vendor had a discount code. It was 25% off all your purchases last year. This year, not everybody participated in a discount code, which I found to be quite interesting, because if you're paying as a consumer to this event and you have new brands at this event trying to get exposure, or why wouldn't they offer a discount for an event like this? Granted, the price to get in, I believe, was under $30, which is great, but at the same time, you know, if I'm purchasing things, it would be really cool to get some kind of percentage off, something different, just something a little bit more special for your consumers who's out here, you know, wanting to support the event and wanting to support, you know, new brands or, you know, existing brands that they're familiar with. So all in all, it was a really cool event. It's definitely an event that you should, if you're into green beauty or if you want to get to know